Hello, it's Mike again. I'm going to do another video today. I've got some leftover lamb from Easter Sunday yesterday, so I've got that. I'm going to curry it. So for my curry sauce, I've got some coriander and cumin seeds. I'll toast them and grind them. I've got some curry powder. That's the sort of spices and seasonings. I've got salt and pepper as well, of course. So I've got garlic, I've got coriander, ginger, onion, tomato, pepper, and chili. So it's a very basic curry sauce. Nothing fancy. It's going to be ready to eat in 20 minutes or so. So I'll get this lot prepped up and we'll get going. So I've got the coriander there, about the same again. Like cumin, I quite like cumin, especially with the lamb and the tomatoes. It's going to work really nicely. So I'm going to go with a little bit more of that. It's just a very low pan. No oil or anything. I just want to get them toasted. So essentially, you just want to leave them, just leave them to sort of toast off. You'll really smell, when they're ready. They'll start to give off a great aroma and like a little bit of oil and a little, just that scent is when you know it's going to be done. So I'm going to do this nice and slowly. I don't want to burn them. Okay, so these spices have been on the go for a couple of minutes. I'm just going to blend these now quick. So let's have a look in there. You can see it's not too fine, but it's just nicely blended. The smell in that tub is just outrageous. So I'm going to get all this on the go now. So I get the pan back on the hob, and now I want a bit more heat into it. I want to get that pan quite hot before I put anything into it. Okay, here we go. So I've got a bit of oil in the pan, like I say, nice and hot. And then in with the bowl of stuff. So we've got ginger, coriander, pepper, onion, chilli, all in. I just want to give that a minute hot, just to get that sort of release those flavours, get a bit of charring on it. I'm not too worried if it burns a bit. I'm putting the coriander in now. I could go in later, but I just want this to be quite quick and easy. So I made a bit of effort with the spices just because I think the cumin, especially the fresh spice of that with the lamb and the tomatoes, is going to be absolutely ideal. So yeah, there's a bit of extra. If you don't want to do that, don't do it. Use the curry powder, use powdered coriander, cumin. Use what you got. Use whatever spices you've got, whatever you like. Okay, so you can see that's cooking there now. Getting all that. The scent of the onion, the ginger, it's lovely. So in we go. I'm going to go in with the powder that I've just made and a teaspoon or so of curry powder and a teaspoon of garlic paste. You can use a couple of garlic cloves if you like. This is what I've got. There we go, so I'm going to knock the heat down a little bit now, so now the spices are in there. I don't want it to burn, so I'll just get that all mixed up, muddled up. There we go, so you can see like this, again, as soon as that hits the pan again, the smell is just like delicious. You can see like there's a bit of charring on bits, it's not too bad. I've got more coriander, so that will go in fresh as well at the end. Okay, now in with the tomatoes, so a couple of tomatoes there. Nice, use a passata, use a tin of chopped tomatoes, sun tomatoes, whatever you like. I'm going to cook this through now. I want to give this, it's still quite a high heat, it's not as high as it was, but it's cooking through, you can see that. I don't want it to take forever, but I want to give this maybe 5 minutes or so now in this pan, just stirring it every so often. Getting all those flavours sort of introduced to each other, get it all going, get it all singing along. And I'm going to blend it, see about any liquid, and then I'm going to get the lamb through it and we're done. Okay, so you can see now it's like all cooking down, it's all like got together, it's beautiful. I'm just going to add, so I'm going to take off the heat now. I'm just going to have a splash of water. This is just to help it blend, really. And it's off the heat, it's also going to help it cool down a bit. It's what I've got one of these NutriBullets to blend it. If you put it in hot, it'll explode, or when you open it, it's going to take your face off, so I wouldn't do that. I would just let this cool now, and then blend it through that. If you've got something with a like a hole in the lid to vent it. You can blend it hot, stick blender, whatever. This is just what I'm using now, is what I've got. So I'm just going to give it 20 minutes or so to cool down. Okay, so I've got that whizzed up now. Let's just have a little look. If I can get it open, there we go. So like I say, I left it go cold so it's nice and safe, but instead a nice thick curry sauce. So I've got the pan back on, same pan again. I'm going to go over that lamb now. So all the time I've been cooking this, I've been trying not to eat all this. I've eaten a fair bit of it, to be fair, but I'm just going to get that in. So I just want to get that crust all over it. So I'm just putting it in the pan. It's got a bit of oil left from the spicing with curry sauce. I'm going to put a little bit more in. I don't want too much. There we go. I'm just going to fry this off for a couple of minutes, in with the sauce, and we're done. While this is charring off, I just want to sort of talk through some variations on this. Obviously I'm using some leftover lamb. You can use any leftover roast meat, would be like ideal. If you want to just make this curry sauce, have it with your veggies, have it, you know, it doesn't have to be leftover roast meat. You know, you can get a couple of chicken breasts and cook that through with it, or some lamb steaks or beef steaks, whatever. But then with this, like this lamb, you know, I'm just thinking about it now, like a good handful of spinach in with that curry sauce would be blinded. It'd be like, just like perfect. So just have a look through the fridge, is always where I start. So, you know, like these leftover dishes, it's nice to just be able to do something with it, with stuff you got. So if you've got some spices in the cupboard, always worth keeping. But you know, even if you've just got some curry powder, to the tomatoes, you know, you can get that cooked through, like some onion if you've got to use powdered onion, powdered garlic. It's really like, it's just about using things up, not wasting stuff, making sure that you're excited to eat when you get in. Sometimes I know people say, you know, when you get home you don't want to cook or what have you. It's when it's easy and when it's like, you know, when you're going to sit and eat a delicious meal like this, there's nothing better. I mean, just, you know, you're going to want to come home, you're going to want to cook because you know it's going to be tasty. You know, and you can make this quicker than you can pop round the takeaway or get to deliver. And it's going to feed you all. It's going to be so much cheaper, and it's delicious. You know what's in there. You know, it's fresh. It's good for you. So I'm going in now. You see there, so we've got these sort of charred up lamb bits. I've got loads of curry sauce. I don't know if I need it all. Let's just put a bit in. I can keep that for another day, you see. It'll freeze lovely, that will. I'll sit in the fridge for a week or so. Let's just have a little look. So we've got the temperature down a bit. Can't really see it at the moment. I don't know if you can see that on the video. There you go. You see how that's just see when the steam clears. You see, like, it's just all sort of pasted out. You see, it's just beautiful consistency. It's coated all that through, and it's like it's just going to be proper. That there's a couple of portions there. I'll probably eat all this myself, to be fair, but there's a good couple of portions there. And I've got some curry sauce left, which is ideal. I'm going to sit that in the fridge. I'll probably have it tomorrow. I'm going to allow this to cook. This is ready to serve. You know, as soon as it's hot, it's cooked through. You know, it's ready to serve. I want it to simmer for, you know, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Leave it as long as you want, as long as you can. But I just want to get all those flavours going. There we go. I'm going to have a little taste now. Let's just get a bit of meat and a bit of the sauce. You see, like, it's just beautifully coated. It's like just lovely sauce. That. Tell you what, it's so good. That cumin has made all the difference. I'm really glad that I went to the trouble of toasting that. Fried it off. One chilli in there. It's quite hot. Just with that one chilli, don't know where it's come from, but it's nice. It's just right for me. There we go. So what I'm going to do, like I said, it's ready to serve now. This is delicious. I want it to cook a little bit further. I want those sort of complex sort of flavours, that intense sort of flavour. I'm going to put a splash of water in there. Not a lot, just that. You see there, just lets it down a little bit. I'm going to let that simmer. I'm going to leave that for 10 or 15 minutes just to do its thing. I'm in no rush. So that's it. You know, a little splash of water. If you like a sort of a thinner curry, if you want your sauce as well, you know, get your bread in there. You know, that's what it's there for. serve this with rice. I've got some coriander, so I'll stick some coriander on top as well. I love coriander on this sort of dish. Serve it with rice, serve it with bread, chips, whatever you want. So I hope that helps. Let me know in the comments, like, subscribe, whatever it is you do, and I'll see you next time.